Hey guys, Mr. 1 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories Reverse Rebirth. So in the last episode, we took care of Halloween Town, which wasn't very hard for us, and we have seen that apparently Naminé is what she says to be the shadow of Kairi, and that the Riku replica now has the memories that it had when we were playing as Sora, and at this point in time, if you remember, he got the good luck charm. The replica has the good luck charm, which we found out later that turned out to be the card for Destiny Islands, because Naminé has the power to shapeshift cards into keepsakes, as like Scene said. But anyway, we have 2 more worlds to go that we have on us right now, so let's just get to it. Now, we could go to Olympus Coliseum or Wonderland, and I was depicting which one to go to because at this point, it doesn't really matter because I was able to successfully do either world as this next world. But I think I'll go with what's easier for this point and just do Wonderland. There's our Key of Beginnings card, and welcome to Wonderland. Now, I said this world was easier out of the 2 that we could choose from. I didn't say that because of the overall, like, you know, deck we have, but mostly because of the boss, and you'll see later. But you see, we only have 9 cards, and if you look, these cards suck. We don't have any cards that are higher than 5. In fact, we pretty much have duplicates of every card that we have, which is like, I think we have 2 of every card from 1 to 5 except 5, so it's like, well, actually, no, we have 2 5s, but honestly, you only have 9 actual cards to work with, and that is actually very, very annoying. Considering if you use slates, you're going to run out of cards very quickly, and that's actually the secret that I'll be going into later, is to hold off on using your slates for a good reason. And that's the thing that sucks too, is because you can't really break any cards. If they have cards that are like 9, it's going to be really annoying for you to break them because, well, you can see right here, I'm having a very irritating time right now, because they have higher cards than I do, and I keep using slates, so it's just really difficult. So I recommend that you don't use your slates in this world because of that reason. In fact, I recommend that you don't even really fight anything in this world just because of how annoying it is. One difference I believe I need to make about this is that your deck isn't about, like, you know, like which world you go to specific. Well, it is, but it isn't floor specific. Like, if you did Wonderland, like, after Olympus Coliseum in this case, or if you did it's the first world, you'd still have the same deck. The deck you have in each world is specific towards that deck that, you know, have for it, and the floors just don't really add anything. Aside, the only thing that floors depict is, like, the layout of the actual, like, map for the world, and, like, what's the requirements for, you know, getting into, like, the boss room and stuff like that. But for Riku, your deck's chosen solely depending on the world, not the floor. If that's confusing to you, then I'm sorry about that, because, actually, where are we going? Yeah, it doesn't matter, let's go this way. I think it doesn't really matter. In the end, you have to go to, like, a specific place anyway. So I think when it comes to this map, you really can't have an optimal path. I will say though, you want to hold on to about, I think, 20 total in red cards, so if you don't have many red cards, you want to get some before entering this world, and I say before, because if you pretty much get them in this world, you're going to have a really irritating time, because you are at a huge disadvantage with the deck you have, but it's still doable. Don't think that you're outclassed just because of the low deck you have, because you can still work your way around it, especially with the boss fight. Like, the boss fight, it will appear to be really difficult because it's Trickmaster and stuff like that. But actually, believe it or not, he's probably one of the easier fights in this game, is Riku, and you'll see why later. Trying to hold back on using those red cards if I can, because we need at least a total of 20 in red cards for the boss tour, but we have plenty of cards, so it's no big deal. We're set on cards definitely until the last 3 floors of the game, and once we get there, I'll probably do one more little bit grinding session, and then we'll probably have enough to finish the game off, so we'll see what happens. No, don't attack that. And just like in Sora's story, you gotta defeat, like, these poison plants, just attack them, like, 3 times. It'll destroy them, open up the pathway, and here we have the boss room. So for this, we need, oh no, we need 30 total red cards, my bad. Well, it's still not too bad. Just fill in the requirements like so. You do need a decent amount of cards to beat this game, but you already knew that. So anyway, let's take on the Trickmaster. Alright, so he's huge just like he was in the first game in Sora Story. First thing you want to do, get Maleficent's card off right off the bat. That's not good actually. Shit. I kind of screwed up right there, but that's okay. You want to wait for him to play a low-level card. Like, just wait for him to play a low-level card to start off this. And then do... Since Riku can jump a lot higher than Sora, that's something I forgot to mention. Is that with your ability to jump higher than Sora would normally, you can get off, like, you know, decent attacks from the ground. You don't have to be completely, like pretty much stripped to the floor only. If he uses a high-level card, then I'd recommend just, doing the Slate, just because, you know, you really need to get the attacks off before he hits you so much. If he has a card that you can break with, like, one card, then do that as well, because... I mean, honestly, you don't have many cards to work with. Like, see, he played a 0 card like an idiot, so use a 1 to break it, follow it up with another combo. Typically, if he uses, like, really low-level cards, it's honestly not that hard of a fight. Plus, with the overdrive, you do a lot more damage than you normally would. And, oh, come on. I wasted my attack right there, but that's okay. Let's use Slate. And I pretty much wasted my last few cards, but, you know, what are you gonna do? I could have ended this fight a little while ago, like, already, if I didn't miss those last few attacks, but if you do that, it really, really, really lowers pretty much... Oh, I turned Dark Mode. That honestly doesn't help too much, because now if he plays a card that's, like, a lot more than mine is, that I can't break, then it's a bit of a disadvantage for me, but thankfully, he's not that difficult to work with. Oh god, I'm running low on health as soon as I say that. Okay, and do that, and come on. Dude, this is not right. Come on, get over there. There we go. I made that look a little harder than it really is, but if you just don't use your slates, especially if you're Dark Riku, only use your slates if he's using like a 8 or a 9 card. If you can break his card with a card that you can singularly, then do that. And we get his card, Trickmaster. I should probably look over what all these cards are so I can, you know, plan for future boss fights if it'll be useful or not, but Trickmaster, don't worry about too much. He's not insane. Even though I almost died to him, don't worry about that. Udex. Let's see. Of course, you get the 1 card for the world. Extends attack range. That's not... that could be helpful. Nullifies enemy card. Stops enemies from breaking attack cards you use. HP. Halves the damage from enemies. Well, magic, that really doesn't help that much because enemies don't usually use magic in Riku's mode. Yeah, I'm just looking over these real quick. Trickmasters decreases value of the enemy's card when your card is broken. So, I don't know if that's going to be too useful, but, you know, really the only cards I like to use is pretty much Maleficent's card because, you know, the attack boost is huge for Riku, especially in this mode. Since you have instant reload, it doesn't matter at all. But anyway, we made it past Wonderland with a little bit of difficulty on the boss. Not too much because, you know, I just was patient. Also be very patient when you're fighting the Trickmaster. If you really think that you shouldn't use your cards because you'll lose your cards in slates, then hold off until he finishes his attack and dodge it. But anyway, let's move out into the exit hall of Basement 5. And now let's just go up to Basement 4. And let's watch this cutscene, and then I'll explain some stuff after this cutscene.
Vexen is no more.
Yes, his scent is gone. Axel struck him down, something I find deplorable. Agents of the organization striking each other down.
Our problem is Sora. Vexen proved to be no match for him. Yet he's still under Naminé's control.
But we cannot eliminate Sora, can we?
Correct. For our superior, he is in dire need of the Hero of Light. When light loses sight of its path, we may find use for the dark. What we must do is obtain the darkness.
Riku, of course.
Just one card left. If I get through this, will I be free of the darkness?
So as we just saw in that little cutscene there, well, those two cutscenes, I'll explain one at a time. Vexen is now eliminated, which means that Sora has entered Twilight Town, and they defeated Axel, and then they defeated Vexen, and Axel came down and killed him. So right now you can kind of judge where Sora's story is compared to Riku's story. It's probably like he's fighting the next Riku replica right now, which is the third one. And then he'll like get the Destiny Islands card. So essentially he's pretty much finished with his 11th out of 13 floors, and we're on our 4th floor of the basement. So if that gives you any idea, then there you go. And of course we have one card left, but considering we're on the 4th basement floor and we only have one card left and now leave 3 basement floors to go, I have a feeling that this isn't going to be our last trial. But anyway guys, I've been Mistmaster1, thank you for watching. This has been episode 9 of Let's Play, wait, it's been episode 8 or 9, I'm derping right now. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time for when we continue on to our final world, which would be Olympus Coliseum that we have right now. And yeah, we'll see what happens from there. I've been Mistmaster1, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys!